Happy. Hello. Getting set up. Hi, this is Happy Sattva, and I'm coming to you again today with a little bit of a talk about how to create the life that you choose. So often we get caught up and distracted in the things in our lives that we don't like, the things that make us unhappy. And we start to build a character and a drama in our own minds and our own imaginations about how that life will play out if the things that we really don't want to happen to us, for us, around us. If we are met with calamity, if we are met with outcomes happening that we do not favor, that don't favor us, we can get caught up in all of this imagination of how it would be if these things we don't want actually do happen in our own lives. But us being very creative beings, what we imagine in what our creative energy pours into. And so as we imagine those things, if they outweigh the amount of imagination energy that we put into what we really do want, then that thing that we really don't want, I'm not saying that exactly that thing will happen in our lives, but more and more of the experience for ourselves of what we don't enjoy in our lives will happen. Basically, it's building a life void of enjoyment, void of happiness, void of safety, and all of the other feelings that our heart basically needs. So instead of this imagining, creating a world we don't want, come with me on this journey, try it out, of imagining for yourself the things that your heart really, really enjoys. In a practical way, if it's kind of like too grand to think of it in your whole life, like you don't have to think of your whole life changing in this one day. Happiness comes in a myriad of tiny choices that we make throughout our day, where we're placing our imaginative, creative energy into during all of those moments creates for us a life that is full then of the things that we enjoy, but more precisely, it's full of the experience of ourselves having in the experience of having, how do I say this? I'm tripping on the words. So it creates for us an experience, our life experience of joy and happiness, rather than a life experience of worry and calamity and unhappiness. So, in practical matters, this comes down to little things that we spend our attention on during the day. For instance, if there are, let's say there's something that you don't have control over and you wish that you could make it happen more quickly, it's just not happening. Maybe it's reliant on somebody else finishing some other task and trying to get back to you on it, and it's making the whole thing late. And so then perhaps your mind would go down the trail of, oh my gosh, what if this actually doesn't even come together and it all fails, the project fails? What if we don't make it to the end of this successfully? I can see, and your mind, if you can tell, your mind starts imagining, oh, this is all setting up for failure now. Instead of spending your time and energy, your mind and your attention on the what ifs of this not happening, and even take a step back from that, instead of facing your attention on this, say it's an email you're waiting on, this email not arriving to you, or this person not getting back to you, and your attention is set on watching and waiting and watching and waiting for this person to get back to you. Instead of having your attention all there, pull it back and go, what is it that I would really enjoy right now? What would make me really feel good? Just something that I can do right now that feels good. And it might be something like a book that you're reading. You want to go back and get into that book. It might be that you have something that you know that you enjoy. Maybe it's gardening. Maybe it's an animal that you have that's a pet. Maybe it's a person that you enjoy spending time with. Maybe it is fueling your own vision of the life that you love through apps like Pinterest or some other kind of imagination assisting tool like that. Go and put your attention there. Just spend your time there. Instead of spending your time watching the email list or waiting impatiently by the phone or nagging at them, instead of spending your time with all of that, go pour all that creative energy into something you really do want to see in your life. Focus your creative energy on that thing that you want to see. And what you'll find, it doesn't matter if the thing that you're focused on is, not in your life right now. You've spent your creative energy and your experience of the day in a place of mind where you are actually enjoying the sensation of that thing or of that space or of that thing, that idea that you're really happy about. You are in the space of the idea of that happiness all day instead of worrying and in this other degraded space. And what happens then is the summation of your day. Your energy was happy all day. Your space of mind was happy all day. And then in this, you have a happier life. Do you see? So it's a myriad of these tiny spaces that we fill with our attention and creative energy that we create for ourselves a life that is centered around our own heart and what it wants and needs, instead of outcasting and creating things that are not happy for us through that creative attention and energy. So today, I hope that you go and choose for yourself something that you want to see in your own life more of, and spend all of that creative energy on that thing today that you can, and then enjoy the experience.